Well, what about the white policeman and the black policeman who jumps on somebody or who's treated improperly, and then you want me to turn right around and well, suppose the lady who looks out the window and sees a kid throw a brick and break a window. She calls the police. She says, there's a kid who broke the window. And then she sees the police grab the kid, throw him down on the ground, slap him upside the head, handcuff him, throw him into a wagon. She says, Jesus Christ, if I knew they were going to do all that, I wouldn't have told them. Yeah. So the next time when the police come, she says, the kid's breaking windows. And when the police come, she says, I don't know who did it, and the kid's standing right there. Because to subject that kid through that system like that, you know, is not what she wants to do. See, you're failing to realize
that I'm defending that kind of system.
You are defending
No, I'm not.
We're really coming down to talking about power. Black people are powerless. Absolutely. Black people have tried to deal honestly and effectively with police institutions ever since day one. Number one, policemen do not respond to the needs of the black community. And we, up until recently, have been powerless to make police function in a proper manner. We have to really respect that. Now, with due credit to the system here in New York, I still question, Howie, that it is an effective system, that it is really rooting out perpetrators of crimes against people. They may fire some policemen occasionally for stealing or you know, breaking in stores or taking money from narcotics. They may do this once in a while. In Pittsburgh, we haven't had a policeman fired in 7 years. So this tells me we have the best police force in the country, that all the policemen are honest, law-abiding, and respectful of human rights, which is a damn lie. You know, policemen will not testify against their brother officers, and this includes, unfortunately, too many black policemen, you see. And these policemen are so insulated by civil service and other kinds of subterfuge that it's darn near impossible in any town to get a person or a policeman fired for crimes against people. And this is what we're primarily talking about. We're talking about misconduct. We're talking about brutality. And crimes against people are sloughed over in all major police departments in this country.
Midsummer brought to the sweltering Negro areas of the North a new phase of racial relations. In Harlem, the funeral of a teenager who had been shot by a policeman set off demonstrations against alleged police brutality.
I see trouble.
Montgomery, Alabama, 1960. City of the famous bus boycott. The Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, whose pastor was Martin Luther King. Officers of the peace, citizens of Montgomery, waiting as Negroes prepare to march on the municipal building in support of sit-ins who demonstrate against lunch counter segregation.
I see trouble in the over my head. I see trouble in the air. There must be a God somewhere.
The kids were running and the cops came, and two of them hit under the cars. One hit under the white one under the Thunderbird, and they pulled one out. And like 7 guys started kicking him big time. And then the other one, I don't know what he did, but they said he's got a gun and just shot him.
Trying to plant that.
Nah.
The kid stuck out his hand.
He stuck out his hand.
The kid stuck out his hand, and the cop shot him in the back. For no reason. They pulled him out by his hand. And then all the ambulance and everything came. So it happened.
Yep.
I think about 7. Nah, this is no gun.
The kid had nothing. He was a little kid. They were beating up one little kid right here. The other one over
7
here.
guys.
The kid said don't shoot. He stuck out his hand, and the cop shot him in the back.
They're supposed to be protecting being the law, and they're beating up little kids.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not good.
Yeah, he's calling from now. Yeah. Why the hell were you so close, George? I was going to shoot this son of a bitch.
Smile now, you're on candid camera. There, that's it. Smile. That's it. Like it doesn't mean a thing, huh?
I don't think so. He's full up. Go someplace else. Come on, you scared, man. Come on, you scared. You shut your mouth. Go to this place. The salesman here. Snooze, you lose. It's an old Gaelic saying, I heard. Shut your mouth or you're going in.
Some Americans take it serious, others not.
They continue to support Jimmy Rodriguez. He is a known murderer and a felon. He supports nothing but drug dealers in every establishment that he has ever owned. Why do these politicians continue to support him? What are they hiding? What is Jimmy Rodriguez hiding? Who is he paying off? Why does our Deputy Police Commissioner, Walter Licea, go publicly in the Daily News and state that he supports Jimmy Rodriguez when every...
No justice, no peace.
Hello, my name is Margarita Nunez, M-A-R-G-A-R-I-T-A-N-U-N-E-Z, hyphenate. I'm the mother of Benjamin Nunez, who on April 9th was brutally murdered at Jimmy's Bronx Cafe. He was 21 years old, along with his brother, his younger brother, who was 18 at the time, and two his best friends, who were 16 and 19, I believe. My son was murdered by John Castro, first of all. They came here to associate and have dinner. Castro approached my children. My son, he hit with a bottle over his head to break his head. And Jimmy saw this. He saw the initial hit. He saw when my son fought with this monster. My other son, who's the younger one, went to help his brother. Yet he was restrained from helping his brother by Jimmy's bouncers. Yet Jimmy's watching Castro and my son go at it. Does nothing. He doesn't call for help. He could have told my child, look, if you're doing something wrong, pay for it and get out of it. Don't ever come back. They wouldn't have came back. But he didn't. He let it go on. After the fight, my sons were leaving home, and Castro had left first and waited for him here in this corner in a car across the street. My sons were coming out. He shot my son. There's still a bullet hole on that flower pot there. My sons run back in seeking help, along with other patrons here. And my son, the youngest one, runs inside with all the other people and his brother, thinking his brother's safe. He runs and hides in a corner, and he plays dead. Why did my other son have to play dead? Why? Because he feared that the shots he was hearing was for him, not knowing his brother was already dying. They moved my son out, who was already injured, did not give him help, put him in the sidewalk. When they found my other son, who was playing dead in the corner, they took him by the hands. They did not check for him to see if he was injured in any way, and dragged him through the establishment and put him right there in front of his brother to try and help his brother. Why didn't at least, okay, if one was gone, if one was shot, damn it, help the other one. I'm sorry for that word, but help the other one. Why didn't they check him? Maybe he could have been dead. They just dragged him right along and put him up here for his friends and everybody else to watch die. Now, this demonstration here is something peaceful. These are family members, friends of my sons who grew up with them, neighbors, and other organizations like Parents Against Police Brutality and others. I'm here to give awareness, not only to Jimmy, but to all the patrons, people, councilmen, assemblymen, everybody. This could happen again. Fights have broken constantly. There was another shooting prior to my sons. Before, I hear after, but I don't know because I have not read of it. Why didn't he help? Why? If he's so big, if he's for the community, of a community person, why didn't he help? My son was part of the community. My son spent his money, ate there, and left his life along with it there. And then he says that he wants to speak to me in the balcony. Why? Can't he come out here? The police are here. No one's going to do anything to him. He says, who's my son? Why is he getting so much attention? That was my son. I'm his mother. And I love him, and I would give anything to see my son. I will continue to have these protests, these peaceful demonstrations. I'll come here, I'll go anywhere where I have to. But also the fact that he can bring me Castro.
Why doesn't he help the police?
Why doesn't he come out?
Castro was a friend of Jimmy Rodriguez, and John Castro murdered Benjamin Nunez in front of his restaurant, and Jimmy Rodriguez did nothing about it. This all came about from a fight inside that occurred inside Jimmy's Bronx Cafe that Jimmy Rodriguez personally saw them fighting and did nothing to stop them. Yet John Castro took his gun out and shot my nephew, Benjamin Nunez, and he did nothing about it.
Stay away from Jimmy! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! Justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace!
Got shot in the head while I was serving this damn country overseas. I have to go. I was in Korea. I had to get shipped all the way over here so then I could see my little brother, 16-year-old Jose Rodriguez, laying in a coffin, shot by the cop in the head, chasing the wrong person. What kind of training are these officers are getting? Okay? It's got to stop.
Anytime a man can
deprive another person of his liberty, he's not going to like you. I mean, there's no way in the world that you're going to get people to actually love a policeman.